Alright guys, so it's been like a few days now. Despite having mouse traps like right in front of the main hole, nothing was happening. I still didn't catch anything. So what I did today is I pulled this crap out. This was like blocking that bigger hole, which is like the concrete and the wall is just like completely like eaten away. And this was the landlord's fix the last time, apparently, which is not a fix. So what I'm gonna do now is maybe a little bit hackish, but I'm gonna use some steel wool and spray foam and metal plate to cover this up. Basically, I'm gonna shove some steel wool and stuff into these holes in the different places. There's one up here. This was the most recent hole. So I'm gonna shove some steel wool in there so that they can't eat through it anymore. And then I'm gonna try and fill whatever's remaining with that spray foam, with that expanding foam. And then when I'm done with that, then I'll put that metal plate like completely over that whole section and block it off. And then at that point, if there's still mice in there, they're kind of forced from this point to be downstairs, and the landlord has set up more traps and stuff and whatever, but I can't really control. So yeah, I don't know how soon that mouse problem will be gone if they continue to be like that, but we'll see. For now, I'm gonna block this off. For some reason, like I can't find my tripod or anything anywhere, so it's like really hard for me to set up this camera. So I'm just gonna try and angle it as best as I can, and we'll show you guys some cleanup, I guess. Alright, so I stuffed a bunch of steel wool in there and spray foamed. What I'm going to do next is I actually got one more thing. I got like this mesh, normally meant for body work, but I'm going to stick this around this corner so that it's like a mesh wall kind of. And then after that, then I'll cut some of this plate down and I will drill it into the wall there and then cover that whole, as much of that section as I can. So that's kind of the plan. And then I need to pull some other stuff off the walls because they literally have these boards, like this stuff, like screwed into the wall. So that makes me think that they're hiding more holes in the walls and stuff behind that. So I'll have to pull that stuff all off and see what's going on with that. So yeah, I'm gonna scrape some of this excess foam off and then I'll put those plating stuff on there and we'll go from there. No, it's okay. Okay. In we go. So it'll go like this. Okay, well, I don't know. That seems pretty good. Like, there's still a bit of a hole showing at the bottom there, but it is stuffed with steel wool, so like, I mean, really, they shouldn't go anywhere near that. And honestly, that ended up working pretty good, I think. Got that plate in there, all nice, and it seems pretty solid. I stuffed a whole chunk of steel wool behind this main area again, and like filled a tiny bit of spray foam in there also. So, I mean, I don't know. That should be blocking those holes pretty good now. So hopefully there's no more issues, at least from in here. And hopefully the rest of it, if there's stuff downstairs and whatever, that it gets sorted out too. So yeah, on to the next thing, which is going to be all these shelves and crap. So we will probably just jump to tomorrow. Puddle over there full of junk. Yard up here full of junk. There, full of junk. My car, that's just junk alone. But like, wow. This place needs some work. Like, I don't know what this is either. So I won't go too much more into detail on like the front yard stuff, I think, until it's done. But this thing is like, you get these pods and different stuff and you can like grow them in here, and they grow like insanely fast. So Morgan's been using this to like sprout plants, and then once they've like sprouted and grown a little bit, then she's putting them like into the front yard. I'm not much of a plant guy, but that's pretty cool. Because they grow like so fast. Like literally within like 2-3 days, they're like this. Like I think she planted these like yesterday. And like, look at that. Crazy technology these days. Alright guys, sorry, I know this vlog is probably like a little bit all over the place. But continuing on the yard work, kind of the last main thing is we're gonna fill the pit. Underneath like the whole front yard, we were finding like bits and pieces of like roof shingles. So we threw those in and kind of filled half it. And now we picked up a load of dirt, putting Brett's truck to good use, and we're gonna fill the pit. So yeah, nice. Rest of the yard's looking pretty good though. Just did a bit of cleanup yesterday. I like re-dug up all those stones and re-leveled the ground and replaced them around the tree. Looks pretty good. That tree probably still needs it, but we'll see if I do that or not. So basically I finished like doing all this pathways and stuff. Just have like this front, that like bit of like front section left, as well as like around this tree to like level out. So I'm just gonna dig up all this stuff around the tree, level it out, and then finish putting those rocks in the ground. Definitely makes a big difference and looks pretty good. So we kind of just worked on this throughout the span of like the last couple weeks. Ended up taking a lot of time to get all this stuff set up nicely, but it definitely looks a lot better now. Put a bug zapper up there because we're trying to like cut down on mosquitoes. Having a pond gone makes a big difference to the bugs, but they're still around. So bunch of little plants and things we planted around. Once those start growing and this fills up, it'll definitely be a lot nicer. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it. Now that that's done, I am gonna start working on the garage right away. So I'll pull down all the shelves and start. I'm gonna paint the walls, fix anything up that needs to be fixed, and then after paint, then I'll start building new shelves and workbench and all that stuff. Yeah, so that was a ton of work, but glad it's finally done. And now the next video will be time for the garage. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.